Welcome, dear learners. It is a very interesting discussion on most important topic, that is how to face interview, particularly job interview. It is quite relevant to not only job, also for seeking admission into some reputed organizations. So, what is the meaning of interview? First of all, let us know. So it is nothing but interview. That means viewing, having a darshan of your inner being, your inner heart, inner thought, total personality, to put it in a nutshell. So the complete view about a particular person will be assessed at the time of interview. That is the purpose and meaning of interview. And in the job interview, immediately, nowadays, latest trend is the first and foremost question will be like this: introduce yourself. And there are hundreds of videos also rendered by so many persons about introduce yourself itself. But I will say just in a minute or two about introduce yourself. So, at the very beginning, your introduction, that means your self-introduction, reveals your total personality. 50% of the total performance is done by the way you express yourself at the time of introduction, self-introduction. Generally, some of the students will say, candidates will say, my name is that, I have come from so-and-so place, I have studied this much. No, not necessary, because all that biodata is there in your resume. So here, orally, when you are speaking before the committee, selection committee, about what you have to say, what is expected of you is your way of thinking, your philosophy of life, your philosophy of studies, education, and your job, your attitude to job, and your preference to this organization, and your dedication to the work, your aptitude to the work. That's all. So I have put just in 1 minute. So if you reveal yourself, sir, for example, sir, I have come from so-and-so place, and my studies is relevant to this job, and I have studied, and I have got this degree with the great tapas, with great aspiration to work in an organization like this, sir, and that is the reason why I have applied here. And my view of life and my philosophy of the work and all that is this. Just if you say some 5 or 6 sentences, enough. The total personality, at least 50% of the job is done with that beautiful, impressive talk, introduction. And then from organization side, what they expect. And after that, I will tell you, from candidate side, what is your exhibition, what is your performance at the time of interview. So let us take from organization side. So from organization side, what they expect is this. First of all, they expect your beautiful communication skill. And there is a wrong notion nowadays regarding this communication skill. Most of the people think that communication skill means talking very fluently without any gap, without even taking breath. Suppose we are able to speak very fluently, much to the satisfaction of others and much to the dismay of others, and if we bombard them with our beautiful language and high command of English language, for example, like this. No, that is not the communication skill. The communication skill means you must be able to please others by your beautiful language, as simple as possible, and at the same time, you must be understood. Whatever you say must be understood to others. And your way of speaking should be very pleasant, convincing, persuasive, and quite relevant to the situation. Some people were talking irrelevantly and all that. Because they know English, they want to exhibit their talent and all that, their command of English language. And no, not necessary. You speak very in a simple fashion, and you express your feelings, your thoughts, emotions, your ideas, everything in a pleasant way, pleasing way, convincing way. So that is the communication in brief. So your communication, how beautifully you are speaking, you are expressing yourself. whether other people can understand your thoughts, your ideas, and all that by your language. This is what they observe at the very beginning. And the second one is your HR and IPS. That means your the establishment of human relations and interpersonal skills. What kind of interpersonal skills that you have got? Before that, first of all, you must have established human relations, sweet human relations with others. If you have very sweet relations, definitely you will have beautiful interpersonal skills also. How to behave with this man, how to talk to this man, how with the superior, in what way, with the peer, what way, with colleague, what way, subordinates, in what way you have to deal with men and matters, in what way you have to communicate, in what kind of relationship that you have to establish with them, with the different people, and all that is called interpersonal skills, IPS. So your IPS and HR will be tested there. How, you may ask? Yes, by putting some questions they will extract. By putting some global questions, some relevant questions, you will be talking, you will be giving answer to that. Immediately they will explain what kind of friends you have, for example. How many best friends you have? What about your neighborhood? Like that. So these simple questions will be enough to extract your HR and IPS. Okay. The next one is, so these are the things they expect, and apart from that, your personality will be tested at the time of interview. That is, see, the personality here means very simple. You will also see my one video regarding this communication skill and personality. Both are one and the same. You just see that video in the same channel. Now here come to the point that personality means your tastes, your interests, your attitude, your way of life, philosophy of life, your attention. Suppose you are appointed, what kind of attention, what kind of alertness you will have, whether you have a good discipline or not. Suppose if you face any problem, what kind of decision making you will be taking, whether you have the problem solving technique or not. So all these things will come under personality. So from organization side, these are the expectations. And now come to on the other side, that is candidate side. So what the candidate is to exhibit, what is his performance at the time of interview? On his side we shall see now. So here the first thing is, the candidate must be able to speak out most confidently, effectively. That's all. First of all, communication should be very confident. You must be able to speak confidently, without hesitation, without trembling, in my respect, it happened. No, that type of language should not be there. Speak out confidently, whatever you know, whatever that strikes in your mind. Only thing is, it should be relevant. That's all. Relevant to the situation, relevant to the context and the topic under discussion. That's all. Speak out most confidently, and your language should be as simple as possible. Don't think that bombastic terminology and let's bombard the committee with our beautiful, wonderful, excellent command of the English language. No, not necessary. Your way of speaking itself reveals your background, social background, economic background, family background, your maturity. Everything will be revealed. Read Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan's English books. Read Chakravarti Rajagopalachari's books about Ramayana and Mahabharata. He has written very beautiful, so that for the purpose of enlightening the school and plus 2 students. Wonderful, excellent books they have read. And Radhakrishna books also about religion, about science and all that. Excellent language you can find. So language is very simple. It should be very simple. So simple that everybody can understand. That is the point. And suppose you face any difficulty in answering, or you face any difficult question which you cannot answer. You say openly, sir, I am unable to recall at the moment. At the moment I am unable to recall, sorry, no idea, or otherwise you can say no idea about it, sir. You can say skip. There is nothing wrong in it. So your at the time of interview, your feelings and emotions must be expressed honestly, without any hesitation. See, the only purpose is you must be able to impress them. Suppose some unpleasant questions, they have asked some difficult questions, unpleasant questions. Sometimes they will be testing you whether you are emotionally balanced person or not. In order to test you, sometimes the questions are how long you will be working here? Will you continue here or will you live in the middle itself? Or how can we expect your work efficiency because you are a fresher? Suppose he asked like that. You should not feel tempted, sir. Without giving a opportunity, how can I get experience and all that? No, that kind of a question isn't somewhat negative in perspective. Negative dimensions. No, should not give such type of tit for tat answers and all that for that purpose. So you and another important thing is at the time of interview, IQ and EQ. That means intelligent quotient, intellectual rather than intellectual power. What is badly needed is EQ. That means emotional quotient. That means emotional balance. Even if you have faced, confronted to some unpleasant situation there, or difficult question there, or irrelevant questions, suppose sometimes irrelevant questions in IAS particularly will be observing most irrelevant questions they will be asking with the purpose of testing your personality, emotional quotient, your toleration, etc. etc. With that purpose, sometimes we will be putting here your IQ will have some 30 to 40%, 40% weightage, intelligence, your answers, but your EQ, your well balanced mind, personality, it will have 60, above at least 60% of weightage. That you have to forget, that you have to remember. And another important thing is when you are given some questions, generally subject questions are limited. Any interview for that matter, total your communication, personality and other qualities will be tested, which I have now referred to already. And when you have come to that question of question regarding the subject, suppose you are engineering questions from engineering, law, from law, like that, or management, your management questions may be there, but they are limited. And for them, that's what I told you, that intelligent quotient, there will be, you may have some 30 to 40% weightage, whereas EQ, your heart, your emotional quotient, this is head intelligence. Heart is noted for your brilliance, wisdom, and your EQ. So head will have 30, whereas the heart will have 70%, like that. So here, suppose when you are given questions from a subject, content analysis is more important rather than giving answers blindly at large. Content analysis, how beautifully you are analyzing the content. See what all you know, you just speak out. No, nothing wrong in it. And don't touch upon any difficult aspect or concept at the time of interview. You skip it, that's all. And another important thing is oral and oral language is very important, but at the same time equally important is your body language. You should not be like this, or you should not be like this, or bending like this in order to show your obedience and all that. No, that is not the sign of obedience. It's a defect in your body language. So body language should be very perfect, like that. And at the same time your facial expression, facial countenance, facial expression is also very important, because the mind, see, your mind easily can be assessed by your facial expression. Mind is the index of the face is the index of mind. There is a well noted saying. So our face will reveal so many things. But let us take the example of Rama and Krishna in our epics. See, their face is always so pleasant, with a smiling face they have. Even amidst the hustle and bustle of life, some troublesome situation, whatever it is, always pleasant. No, that is what we have to learn from Krishna and Rama. So facial expressions are also very important. They can assess, make a beautiful analysis, assessment from that. And at the same time, eye contact. Yeah, eye contact. You have to look at all members. Suppose he's asking one, Mr. A is asking questions. You can look at the same time. You can look at other persons also. Just glances, not looking at the same person, or looking down, or looking up, or looking at some corner or this corner. Some people, because whenever they're on the haunts of dilemma or some a difficult situation to answer, immediately the body language, without our own consciousness, sometimes of course. See, different directions they will have and look at a different direction. That is not good. That speaks about your inefficiency, your lack of stability, a lack of concentration. At the same time, a number of things, negative things will be revealed by your looks at different directions instead of looking at the members present there before you. So this is about interview techniques. The long and short of the matter here is, the purpose of the interview is to make an analysis. What kind of analysis? Whether your language, communication and personality both are mingled together or not. Whether there is a good consistency between your thought and your proposed actions. Suitable or not, how far you are suitable for the position. They will make an assessment at the time of interview. This is a brief analysis about interview. I think you must have understood, and if you are really impressed, please subscribe and encourage me.